Hey leaders, welcome to the weekend preview video for March 5th and 6th. I'm scared.
Have courage, Zach.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Hey, just wanted to give you guys a heads up for this weekend. I am going to be out of town with my family. We're going on vacation. And so me being gone leaves space for someone to fill in, like Clay. Clay's going to be filling in for me this weekend on the Sunday services at the 9 and the 11 o'clock. And I just wanted to give him a quick second to introduce himself to you. Go, Clay.
Well, hi. Like Zach said, I'm Clay. I am the kids intern here with NWLC. Fun fact about me is I really like fun facts. An example of one, elephants, when they see humans, they have the same reaction as when a human sees a dog. So, yeah, stuff like that.
All right, guys, let's jump into the new series that we're going to be starting this coming up weekend called Pretty Gutsy. And the focus of this series is going to be on the topic of courage. Wow, what a great time to start a conversation on courage with kids. With all that we have going on, not just personally, because there's those things that just constantly keep coming up that create opportunities for us to grow and develop courage, but also in the bigger picture of the way that the world is feeling constantly like it's wobbly and on edge. We have a chance in this series to point kids to the promise that we see in Psalm 56, 3-4, which reminds us that when we fear, we can put our trust in the Lord. That courage isn't the absence of fear, but it's the presence of trusting in God and being able to take that step even in the midst of the fear that we're experiencing. And so this weekend, we're going to be talking about how we can take courageous steps, whether they be small steps or large steps. Each step takes courage and trust in a world that's so volatile and changing so dramatically. We can trust that God is in control. And so that's what we'll highlight this weekend, and we'll real quickly now go through what the activity in the small group conversation will look like in that time. So for the activity this weekend, guys, we're going to be doing a courage challenge. I know that sounds like a nightmare for some of us. Having courage is tough, and it forces us into being uncomfortable. And I hope that we will use this activity this weekend to help challenge these students to do something a little bit scary. The hope is that it's not going to be something that's too uncomfortable, but might just push them a little bit to do something that, with the presence of fear, they can lean on courage and begin to develop that courage muscle in their body. So the hope obviously the hope is that this would be a fun activity. So if students feel uncomfortable maybe stepping out and doing this, one of the challenges on their own, a way that you can make this work and maybe make it feel less scary and just maybe take a little bit less courage is to do the challenge with them. To help them know that you're with them or another student is doing it with them might give them the courage they need to participate in one of the challenges on that list on your activity guide. So that's the activity for this weekend, and the lesson that we'll transition into, the lesson guide, the major thing is just to make sure that you get into the verse for this month, Psalm 56, 3-4. The challenge card that they have is to memorize this verse this week as their challenge step. So to practice maybe memorizing that, to practice saying that, and really enter into what is that verse trying to tell us and what are the promises that it gives us. So that's going to be the emphasis for the lesson guide. And so make sure that you get a chance to do that. And at the end, maybe after you guys have practiced the verse, you can do another challenge together and try and recite the verse or have individuals stand up and try and say parts of the verse to help them remember what it is that the verse says and the promises that it gives. All right, like I mentioned, I'm not going to be here this weekend, but I'm excited to hear about how everything goes. Come 30 minutes prior to the service for our huddle and come prayed up as we lead kids through this important topic of courage and trusting God in the midst of fear. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend. Bye.